All right, so we're back, and you know what that means. It's time for another deep dive.
I love these deep dives. We get to explore all kinds of fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it's great. And this time, we're tackling underrated
Oh,
websites.
this is going to be good. I'm already excited.
Me too, especially because our source is this awesome Reddit thread. People were sharing all these like hidden gems of the internet.
Those are the best. Like those little sites you never would have found on your own.
Exactly. And our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to dig through all that and pull out the most useful, most interesting, maybe even the most fun.
Let's do it. Lead the way.
Okay, so first up, we've got ninenight.com.
Nine Night. Okay. I'm familiar with that one.
Oh, you are? Well, for those who haven't heard of it, imagine this. You just got a
Yeah.
brand new computer.
Ooh, fresh start. I love that feeling.
Right, but then you have to install all your program.
Browsers, antivirus, all that jazz.
Exactly, and it takes forever, right? Clicking through all those menus and setup screens.
Ugh, don't remind me. It's the worst.
Well, Ninite solves that. You basically pick all the programs you want, and it bundles them into one installer.
So you just click once and it takes care of everything.
Pretty much. No more bloatware sneaking in either.
That's huge. I wish I had known about this when I got my new laptop.
Oh, there's an even better tip from the comments. Keep that Ninite installer file.
Why is that?
Because then, when you want to update all those programs, you just run the installer again. It updates everything automatically.
That is so smart. I'm definitely using that next time.
Okay, so moving on from productivity, let's talk about something I desperately need help with. Sleep.
Ooh, I feel that. I'm a night owl myself.
This Reddit thread introduced me to sleepy.me. Have you heard of it?
Sleepy.me. Rings a bell. Remind me.
So you put in the time you need to wake up, and it tells you the best times to go to sleep.
Ah, yeah, I remember now. It's based on those sleep cycles, right?
Yeah, like waking up in the middle of a cycle makes you feel groggy, but if you wake up at the end, you're supposedly more refreshed.
Makes sense. I'm always
Sure.
hitting the snooze button.
Same here. Maybe sleepy.me can finally fix that.
Fingers crossed.
All right, now let's talk visuals. Ever need to remove the background from a picture?
All the time.
Yeah.
Especially for like social media posts or presentations.
Well, apparently remove.bg is the magic solution.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. It's supposed to be super easy.
Supposedly, you just upload the image and boom, background's gone.
No way, it's that simple.
That's what they say. Some people in the comments were even using it for formal documents.
Wow, that's impressive.
Okay, now for online shopping. Have you ever noticed how prices on Amazon are like constantly changing?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Like, is that sale actually a sale?
Right. Well, this website called camelcamel.com tracks prices for you.
Camel, camel, camel. That's a mouthful.
I know, right? But it's awesome. You can see the price history of a product and see if it's actually a good deal or not.
That's amazing. No more falling for those fake sales tactics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of protecting ourselves online, there's also 10minutemail.com.
What's that one do?
It lets you create temporary email addresses.
Oh, like those burner emails.
Yep. Perfect for when you have to sign up for something but don't want to give away your real email.
Smart move. Avoid all that spam.
And protect your privacy, too.
Definitely important these days.
Okay, now this next one totally blew my mind. Earth.nullschool.net.
Earth Null School. I don't think I've come across that one.
It's a visualization of like global weather patterns in real time.
Oh, that sounds cool. Like a fancy weather map.
Way fancier. Think swirling colors, wind speeds, ocean currents, all that good stuff.
Wow, that's got to be mesmerizing to watch.
It really is. And it makes you realize how interconnected everything on Earth is.
Yeah, like we're all just riding this giant ball of weather together.
Now, have you ever had that thing where you have a word on the tip of your tongue but can't remember it?
Ugh, all the time. It's the worst feeling.
Well, someone in the thread mentioned this site. Cheer.ag project Stip of My Tongue.
Cheer.ag. What is that, like a bird website?
No, but it's a lifesaver for word nerds. You put in what you remember about the word, like its meaning or the sounds.
And it helps you find it.
Exactly. I tested it out, and it actually works.
That's amazing. I'm bookmarking that one for sure.
Okay, now this next one is for all the musicians out there. MSLP.org. It stands for the International Music Score Library Project.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
It's a gigantic library of sheet music, mainly classical.
And the best part.
It's all public domain, so it's completely free to use.
No more hunting down expensive scores. That's incredible.
Right. It's a game changer for students and anyone who loves music.
Totally. Music for everyone.
Okay, with all this digital content flying around, it's important to be critical of what we see online.
That's true. Not everything is as it seems.
Exactly. So this website, photoforensics.com, can help.
What does it do?
You can use it to analyze images and see if they've been edited or photoshopped.
Oh, so you can like spot fake news and stuff.
Exactly, it's like a built-in skepticism detector.
I like it. We all need a little more of that.
Now, along similar lines, there's also naturalreaders.com. It's a text-to-speech website.
Text to speech. So it reads stuff out loud for you.
Yep. It's great for proofreading or if you want to listen to an article while you're doing something else.
That's actually pretty cool. I could see that being useful.
It also made me think about accessibility.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah,
It could be helpful for people with visual impairments.
exactly. Okay, moving on to entertainment, we've got justwatch.com.
Just watch. Okay, I'm curious.
So, you know how you're always switching between streaming services to find a movie?
Tell me about it. It's a nightmare.
Well, justwatch.com tells you which service has the movie or show you're looking for.
So no more endless scrolling.
No more. It's a lifesaver for indecisive viewers like myself.
I'm sold. I need this in my life.
But what if you're in the mood for something a bit more, I don't know, global?
Global. Like international films.
Even better. Radio.garden lets you listen to live radio stations from all over the world.
Wait, seriously? Like any station anywhere?
Pretty much. You can explore different cultures, hear different languages.
That's amazing. I love discovering new music.
Oh, and then there's windowswap.com. It's so cool.
Window swap. What's that one about?
You basically get to look out the windows of random people around the world.
So it's like virtual travel.
Exactly. It's surprisingly addictive.
I can imagine. I love seeing how other people live.
Now, have you ever wanted to send a message to your future self?
I've written myself notes before. Does that count?
Close enough. But futuremind.org lets you actually send emails to your future self.
What? That's such a cool idea.
Yeah, I know, right? You could send yourself advice, reminders, or just see if you achieved your goals.
Or just to say hi to your future self.
Okay, get ready for a website that's as specific as it is relatable. mcbroken.com.
Hold on, McBroken. Like McDonald's.
Yep, it tells you if the ice cream machine is broken at your local McDonald's.
No way. That's a real website.
It is. Apparently, it's a pretty common problem.
That's hilarious, but also kind of sad.
Right. All right, and if you're the kind of person who always needs a bathroom break during a movie,
Oh, that's me. My bladder's tiny.
well, runpee.com is for you.
Run pee. What does that even mean?
It tells you the best times to run to the bathroom during a movie without missing anything important.
Wow, that's incredibly specific. But also useful, I guess.
Okay, this next one is for the fashionistas. wornontv.net.
Worn on TV. So like celebrity fashion.
It tells you what clothes people are wearing on TV shows.
Ooh, and I bet it gives you links to buy them too.
You know it. But it also suggests similar, more affordable options.
That's smart. Accessible fashion for everyone.
And finally, we have a website that's both heartwarming and a little bit sad. doesthedogdie.com.
Does the dog die? Okay, that one's
We
self-explanatory.
can check if a dog dies in a movie before we watch it.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. I hate watching dogs die in movies.
Me too.
Yes.
So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of some of the internet's hidden treasures.
That was amazing. My to-do list just got a lot longer.
Mine too. But seriously, this is just a taste of what this Reddit thread had to offer.
I'm ready for more. What about you?
Absolutely. Let's keep digging. Welcome back. Ready to unearth some more internet gems?
Always. I'm eager to see what else this Reddit thread has in store.
Me too. Let's dive right in. So this one's a bit controversial, but I think it's important to talk about. LibGen.
Libgen. Yeah, I've heard of that. Isn't that the one with like a ton of books and articles?
That's the one. Basically a giant library, but online.
So like free ebooks and stuff?
Yeah. A lot of them are things you'd normally have to pay for.
Interesting. I mean, it's great to have access to knowledge, but what about supporting authors and publishers?
Right, that's the debate, isn't it? It's a complex issue. LibGen kind of forces us to think about, like, the balance between access to information and intellectual property rights.
Yeah, it's not a simple answer. Okay, well, moving on from the heavy stuff, let's talk music. Bandcamp kept popping up in the thread.
Oh, yeah, Bandcamp's awesome. Have you ever used it?
I've browsed around a bit. Isn't
Yeah.
it like a platform for independent artists?
Exactly. Musicians can upload their music and sell it directly to fans.
So they cut out the record labels and the middlemen.
Yep. It's a more direct connection between artists and their audience.
That's really cool. I like that it gives musicians more control.
And fans can support artists directly, too.
Win-win situation. Are you noticing a trend here with these websites?
Now that you mention it, yeah. A lot of them seem to be about giving people more control and more direct access, whether it's to knowledge, to music, or even just to each other.
Interesting. Okay, ready for another one? This one's for all the DIYers out there. Instructables.com.
Instructables. I've heard of that one. It's like a website full of how-to guides, right?
That's it. But it's not just your average how-to guides. We're talking about everything from building furniture to making costumes to, like, fixing electronics.
Ooh, so it's for serious makers and tinkerers.
And beginners, too.
Mm.
There are projects for every skill level.
I love that it's community-driven. People are sharing their knowledge and their passion for making things.
Exactly. It's all about learning and creating together. Speaking of learning, the thread also had a bunch of resources for aspiring coders.
Oh, yeah. Coding is such a valuable skill these days.
Definitely. And these websites make it super accessible. Khan Academy, Code Academy, those are the big ones people mentioned.
Khan Academy, I know that one. They have tons of free educational resources.
Yep, including coding courses. And Code Academy is specifically focused on teaching code.
It's amazing how easy it is to learn new skills online these days.
Right. These websites are breaking down barriers and making education available to everyone.
Okay, now let's talk about something visual. For those of us who need high-quality images but don't have a photographer's budget, Unsplash is a lifesaver.
Unsplash, I love Unsplash. It's my go-to for free stock photos.
They have such a huge collection of beautiful, royalty-free images.
And they're all so high quality. It's amazing that photographers are willing to share their work for free.
Right, it's a win-win. Photographers get exposure and users get awesome images.
Okay, now for a website that tackles a very specific problem, how to stay on top of all those internet memes flying around.
Oh, don't even get me started. I feel like I'm always a step behind.
Me too. It's like a whole other language sometimes. That's where knowyourmeme.com comes in.
Know your meme, like it explains what the memes mean.
Exactly. It's like a dictionary or an encyclopedia of internet culture.
Wow, so it's not just about entertainment. It's actually a way to understand how internet culture evolves.
Yep. It's surprisingly insightful. Okay, are you ready for a website that solves a universal frustration?
Hit me with it.
Have you ever spent way too long on hold with customer service, trying to get through those automated phone menus?
Oh yeah, the worst. Sometimes I just give up.
Well, GetHuman.com is here to help.
Get human. What's that?
It gives you tips and tricks for navigating those phone systems and sometimes even direct phone numbers for reaching a real person.
That's a lifesaver. Why didn't I know about this sooner?
Okay, now for another incredibly specific but super relatable website, mycarmakesnoise.com.
My car makes noise. What does that even do?
You describe the sound your car is making, and it tries to diagnose the problem.
Wait, seriously? That's amazing. It's like a digital mechanic.
Right. Of course, it's not a replacement for an actual mechanic, but it can be helpful.
Okay, this one's for all the students out there. Citationmachine.net.
Citation machine. So, like for research papers.
Yep. It helps you format your citations correctly in all those different styles like MLA and APA.
That's a lifesaver. I remember spending hours trying to get those citations right.
Right. This takes all the guesswork out of it.
Okay, another useful one. Onlineconverter.com. Ever need to convert a file from one format to another?
Oh yeah, all the time. Usually I just Google it and hope for the best.
Well, this website handles all sorts of conversions. Audio, video, documents, you name it.
It's like a one-stop shop for all your file transformation needs.
Exactly. And speaking of digital tools, we can't forget about privacy and security. The thread had some interesting resources for that too, like those websites that generate fake names and credit card numbers.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. They're great for testing out new websites or services without giving away your real information.
Exactly. It's all about protecting yourself in the digital world.
This is incredible. We've covered so much ground already.
And we're not done yet. There are still more hidden gems to uncover.
I'm ready for the next round. Lead the way. We're back for our final deep dive into the world of underrated websites. I'm ready for more surprises.
You got it. We've saved some of the most heartwarming and thought-provoking ones for last.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Hit me with it.
So, have you ever just needed like a virtual hug or a boost of positivity?
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes the internet can feel a bit overwhelming, you know?
Well, then you need to check out thenicestplace.net.
The nicest place. Okay, that sounds promising.
It's a website filled with virtual hugs and messages of encouragement from people all over the world.
Aw, that's so sweet. I love that idea.
It's such a simple concept, but it's so powerful. It reminds you that there's still kindness and connection out there, even in the digital world.
Yeah, it's like a little reminder that we're not alone.
Exactly. Okay, now for something completely different.
Yeah.
Ravelry.com. This one's for all the knitters and crochetts out there.
Ravelry. I've heard of that, but I'm not really into yarn crafts.
Well, even if you don't knit or crochet, it's still fascinating. It's like a giant online community for people who love yarn.
So they share patterns and projects and
Yeah,
stuff.
tons of patterns. And tips, tutorials, even groups where you can connect with other yarn enthusiasts.
It's amazing how the internet can bring people together like that.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for a dose of internet weirdness?
Always. I live for those quirky websites.
Okay, then you have to check out pointerpointer.com. You're going to love this one.
Pointer, pointer, what is that?
I can't really explain it. You just have to experience it. Basically, you move your mouse cursor around the screen,
Okay.
and the website finds a photo of someone pointing at your cursor.
Wait, seriously? That's hilarious.
I know, right? It's so random, but it cracks me up every time.
I gotta see this. I love those websites that are just pure fun.
Me too. Okay, how about a journey into the future? Futuretimeline.net.
Future timeline. So, like predictions and stuff.
Yep. It explores all sorts of possibilities for the future. Technology, society, the environment, everything.
So it's like a glimpse into what might be.
Exactly. It's both fascinating and a little bit scary, depending on the predictions.
Yeah, I can imagine. It makes you think about the choices we're making today and how they might shape the future.
That's a good point. Speaking of choices, this next website is about making informed ones. KnowTheChain.org.
Know the chain. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's all about corporate accountability,
Hmm.
particularly when it comes to supply chains and labor practices.
Oh, so it helps you figure out if companies are ethical.
Exactly. They track and compare different companies' policies, so you can see which ones are doing better than others.
That's so important. I'm always trying to be a more conscious consumer.
Me too.
Yeah.
This website makes it a lot easier to make informed choices.
Okay, next up, we have something for the language lovers. Lingly.com.
Lingly, I think I've used that before.
It's more than just a dictionary, right?
Right. It gives you translations and examples of how words are used in context from real-world sources.
Oh, that's way more helpful than just a regular dictionary.
Yeah, it's great for understanding the nuances of language.
All right, time for a moment of zen. Rainymood.com.
Rainy mood. Okay, what's that one about?
It just plays the sound of rain. That's it.
Oh, I get it, like for relaxation and focus.
Exactly. There's something so soothing about the sound of rain.
I actually use a rain sounds app sometimes when I'm working.
It's the best, especially on a stressful day.
And last but not least, we've got a blast from the past.
Yeah.
My90stv.com.
My 90s TV, so it's like old TV shows from the 90s.
Yep, you can flip through channels, watch commercials. It's like a time machine back to the 90s.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally going to waste hours on this website.
Me too. It's pure nostalgia.
Well, that brings us to the end of our internet treasure hunt. We've covered a lot of ground, wouldn't you say?
We have, from productivity hacks to virtual hugs to the sound of rain, it's been quite a journey.
I feel like we've only scratched the surface of what's out there.
Definitely. The internet is a vast and ever-changing landscape.
But that's what makes it so exciting, right? There's always something new to discover.
Exactly. So keep exploring, keep sharing, and keep those recommendations coming.
And until next time, happy browsing!